Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Rosimar Zaragoza, and I will be giving a presentation today about SMART goals. This is something I learned about recently about SMART goals. SMART goals are not only a small this is what I want to do goal. SMART goals are planned. SMART goals are detailed. SMART goals are going to walk with you every step of your goal to make sure, and it's going to keep you accountable. Make sure that not only you set an attainable goal, but that you actually go through with it and you actually reach it. So I'm going to be shaking like this because of baby. He just woke up and he wants to hang out with mom for a minute. Daddy's like jumping behind the computer. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen. And actually, let me talk about myself a little. My name is Rosimar, like I said, and this is my son, Gabriel. He will be 1 year old as of January 1st, 2019, and he is the reason why I've decided to work from home and I've decided to open start my own business so that I am able to stay with him. Hola, Lourdes. Hi. He is the reason why I became a mompreneur. So it's very important for me to set goals. I've always been very goal driven. Goals are definitely getting me where I want to go. And since working from home, it's a little bit different because no one's setting my timelines and my deadlines. I have to set them myself. So it requires a lot of extra planning, like an extra planning step just to keep yourself accountable because it's too easy to not keep yourself accountable when you don't have a boss. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen so we can talk a little bit more about our SMART goals. And yeah, here. Okay, let's see. I think, can you make sure that you can see the screen? Sorry, learning to use this computer that I don't like very much. I like my laptop. Okay, so SMART goals. I'm going to hand that Gabby to Daddy and see. Yep, he wants to go. Yeah, go. Maybe you can give him some water. So SMART goals. SMART is an maybe not. SMART is an acronym, and here it goes. Like I said, SMART goals are going to keep you accountable. They're going to keep you. Sorry, I get very concentrated when my baby's crying. I think all moms do. So SMART goals are going to keep you accountable. They're going to make sure that you actually reach your goal. So first things first, there are 3 types of goals. 3. So the first type of goals are long-term goals. These are goals that are going to take you 5 years or longer to complete. Something like completing a degree, graduating from college, purchasing a house. This is not something that people set their mind to, saying, oh, I'm going to buy a house, and they just buy a house within the day. No, these are things that you have to plan for. Then we have intermediate goals, which are 1 to 5 years. And this would be like getting certified in some type of degree, your job, whatever. Like I have a certification as a medical technologist, and I also have a license. So that kind of goal that you have a time frame that you have to complete it by, but not necessarily super long term. Purchasing a car, that's something that you can complete pretty quickly and that you can pay off pretty quickly as well, as opposed to a house. And then you have short-term goals. These are goals that are less than a year usually, and this is where SMART goals comes in. This is something that SMART goals will be good at for. So number 1, you have to be specific. It's very important to be very specific about what you want to accomplish. The details, who, what, when, where, which would be the obstacle if there's any, and why. These are the questions that you're going to ask yourself. What do you want to accomplish? Who needs to be included, if anyone? When do you want to do this? When do you want to start? Why is this a goal? And are there any other requirements or restraints that are going to keep me from reaching my goal? That would be the which. So that would be the first step, specific. And like I said, I'm sorry for the shaking. So number 2, measurable. That would be what is going to keep you in check while you're trying to reach your goal. Let's say it could be something as, okay, every X amount of time, let's say you want to save money, you want to save $100 in maybe, yeah, in a month. Let's say $100 in a month. So you want to make sure that your detail would be that you want to save $3 each day. I don't know, that would be $90. So $4 each day. So that means that by 1 week, 7 times 4 is 28. So by the end of the week, you have to have $28. So that would be your mid goal. You establish a mid goal. Every week, I have to have at least $28. That would be a mid goal. So your daily reminder, maybe you can use a journal, a board, a cell phone alert. You put it in your fridge. I thrive on cell phone alerts. I actually have an alert for my vitamin, like 3 different ones, because I keep forgetting to take it. So it's very important that you set mid goals to keep yourself in check. Like if I want to save $100, and if I break that down, then at least has to be like 20 some dollars every week. Therefore, that's my mid goal. And then I need a reminder. Was it in your phone? Maybe you want to put it in your computer where you see it every day. Things are going to keep you in check. So when you want to save your $100 and you have to save $3-4 a day, and you decide you want a coffee, then maybe you don't get that coffee. That Starbucks coffee that's $4, so you can actually save that money. So your questions would be, how can you measure progress and know if I've successfully met my goal? It's to keep you in check. That would be number 2, measurable. So that's the M on SMART. So the A in SMART would be achievable. So you want to keep in mind your schedule, your workload. Is this something that you can actually accomplish? Bless you, my love. Bless you, my love. Like let's say I want to lose 17 pounds in 7 days. Even with the best products out there, that's something that's pretty unachievable. So we want to keep it real, basically. We want to make sure that it's something that you can actually accomplish. Let's say you want to be able to travel to 3 different countries, but you only get 7 days of vacation, then that's not an achievable goal. 3 countries in less than 7 days, it's not even worth it. So that's something that you have to keep in check. Like that's achievable. If you have too many roadblocks, you might want to reconstruct your goal, maybe reword it, rephrase it, maybe extend your time frame so that you can make it more achievable. Your questions would be, do I have the skills required to achieve the goal? For example, if you want to go to Italy and while you're there, you want to speak like an Italian, then therefore you need to learn Italian. So you have a midterm goal that needs to happen before you can do your next goal. So do you have the skills that you need to achieve the goal? If you're a swimmer, if you want to learn how to swim, you can't really say in the next 2 weeks, I want to be in some sort of swimming competition, because that's not realistic. If not, can I obtain the skills? What is the motivation for this goal? Is the amount of effort required on par with what the goal will achieve? Is it going to be worthwhile, basically? Can I take on the commitments to reach this goal? Do I have the time for it? Do I have the effort? Am I willing to tweak certain areas of my life to achieve the goals? Is there a more achievable goal that I would rather work towards? So that would be your reconstruction of your goal. So just something to think about. That would be A, achievable. Next is relevant. R for relevant. So relevant. My goal, is it my goal or is it someone else's? Is that, because if it's something that someone's putting on you, and we're not talking about your job, we're talking about some other type of goal. Because in your job, yeah, people impose goals for you. Maybe you need to meet a sales quota or something like that. But if it's not important to you, then there's no motivation to do it, and it's going to be a lot harder. Maybe if you meet your sales quota, you get a bonus. So that is a motivation. Is it appropriate for your current life? Is that something that, let's say you have a newborn and then you want to train for a marathon, but you just had a baby, then that's not something that you can do right away. If you've been a runner all your life, sure. But if you just had a baby and you were going to 0 to marathon, then that's something that you have to maybe reconstruct. 5K would be a good example rather than a marathon. maybe even the 10K. So realistic. Examples. Like I said, if you're not a swimmer and you hate water, then your goal should not be swim 500 meters in the next 2 weeks. So why am I setting this goal now? That would be your questions. Is it aligned with my overall objectives? So time bound is our fifth step, the T in SMART. It's your deadline. A goal is not a goal if it's not time bound. Otherwise, it's just a thought. So what is your deadline? You need to develop, when you have a deadline, it develops a sense of urgency that otherwise you wouldn't have. Like I said, it would just be something in passing. A more serious and deadlines make it more serious and motivate you to work harder, faster, and stronger, like the Kanye West song. So your questions would be, what's my deadline? Is it realistic? What can I do right now to help reach my goal? So that would be planning. Where should I be with my goal in 3 weeks or 3 months? What are some things I can do next month to help me reach my goal? So now, with that said, a SMART goal, once you answer all those questions, then you're going to notice that your little goal became this huge paragraph, because now you have like 15, 20 questions that you answered, and you have to rewrite it. You have to write all your goal, and it's going to look like a large statement and not just like a sentence or a phrase. It's going to be a statement. This is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to make myself and keep myself in check. So we're going to go with some examples now. So a great example, especially now for New Year's, we all set goals for the New Year's, whether it is read more, lose weight, spend more time with my family, take more time for myself, work out. Those are all goals that we think about at some point. At some point, you have set one of those goals. I have, definitely. So easy example would be lose weight, especially in our line of business. So your original goal might be, I want to lose weight. And then you go through the steps for SMART goals. So specific. Who needs to lose weight? Me. What am I going to do? I'm going to lose, I want to weigh 120 pounds. That's an example. When do I want to weigh 120 pounds? By June 1st, 2019. What are my obstacles? Well, I don't like to cook. I eat a lot out. I don't make good decisions when I eat out. I buy junk food in the grocery store. So those would be your obstacles, things you need to overcome so that you can reach your goal. So why? I want to improve my health. I want to look better. I want to improve my self-esteem. So those are your specifics. Of course, you can add as much things as you want, or as little as you want. You just want to make sure that you answer all the questions so that you can be very specific as to why you're going to do it. And that's actually going to help you motivate yourself to do that. So measurable. Well, I want to weigh myself every day. That way I keep myself in check. I want to measure myself every week. I want to weigh, your midterm goal would be, I want to weigh 150 pounds by March 1st. I want to work out 4 times a week, and that's how you're going to keep yourself in check. Maybe you need to set a calendar, maybe you need to set a list or a checklist or things like that. They're going to remind you every day. You can put it in your refrigerator, or maybe your goal or a picture of someone you want to look like in your refrigerator. So every time you go and you want to eat and it's junk food, then that helps you keep yourself in check. And then achievable. Your motivation. Well, I tried to put on my size 4 pants and they stayed in my thighs, and I think a lot of us have gone through that. Me especially after having a baby. That was terrible. I still have pants that I don't fit in, so I just gave them away because no one needs low-rise jeans after you have a baby. Except Michelle. Michelle can wear them. You're ridiculous, Michelle. I love you, but you're ridiculous. So that would be your motivation. I want to fit in my jeans, and that's something every woman has thought at one point. So what do I need to modify? Well, I need to eat well on weekends. I'm not going to drink alcohol. Things like that are going to make it achievable. Because if you are a partier and you love eating junk food and drinking alcohol on the weekend while you're trying to lose weight, well, that's just not something that you're going to be able to do very well. Relevant. So that would be My size 4 jeans went to my thighs when I tried them on. So that applies to your everyday life, or you have a health concern that you need to lose weight. That's just an example. It can be anything that applies to you. And time bound. So by June 1st, that's your deadline. It's kind of a repeated part of the specific. It's part of the specific. Um, so what can I do now? Well, now I can start looking up for weight loss regimens. I can start looking up for food, someone to cook for me, maybe healthy recipes or things that if I eat a lot of rice, maybe quinoa or things like that you can substitute. You can start looking for weight loss products. Don't wait till January 1st to start researching your weight loss goals. Start now, especially now that most of us have time off from work. Now's the perfect time to go online, find out what's out there, and start looking for it. And then in time bound, well, by March 1st, I want to weigh 150 pounds. By, oh, that's incorrect. It should be by March 1st, I want to weigh 140 pounds. By February 15th, I want to weigh 150 pounds, etc. So those are the ways you can keep yourself in check. I have another example that's pertaining to our business. Oh, sorry, I forgot something. So at the end of your SMART goal write-up, instead of your initial goals being lose weight, so you're going to say, I want to lose 50 pounds by June 1st, and I'm going to do it by, and then you start labeling all the stuff that you're going to be doing, how you're going to measure yourself, how you're going to time bound it, all that stuff. You're going to add it to your paragraph, to your SMART goal, which is not just a little statement, it's going to be a big statement. So another one that applies to our job would be, I want to reach the gold rank. So your goal starts, reach gold rank. Who? It's going to be me in the specific section. My team. You need a team to reach the goal. Vida Divina, you can't reach goal if you don't have people. You need at least 2 people. So why do you want to reach the goal? I'm sorry, what's your goal? I want to reach goal rank. When do I want to reach it? By December 31st, 2019. Which would be, what is my obstacle? Well, my obstacle could be that I have a full-time job and I don't have as much time to dedicate to Vida Divina. So I work it on the weekends. So that would be your obstacle that you have to overcome or take into account, that you can't work it 24/7. Why? I want to fire my boss. I don't like my job. I want to spend more time with my family, etc. You need a why. Without your why, you don't have motivation. So measurable. I am going to recruit 10 people a month. I want to reach 20 people each day in my business, whether it's as a client or as a business prospect. I just want to reach 20 people a day. How are you going to do that? Whether you're going to talk to 20 people in person, going to do it online, if you're going to contact people you already know, if you're going to leave flyers, that type of stuff. So I want to be measurable. I need to be silver by June 30th. That would be a midterm goal that's going to get you to your full-term goal. I need to be bronze by April 30th and things like that. Like a calendar is going to keep you in check. So achievable, what's your motivation? I want time and money freedom. I want to spend time with my family, whatever your motivation is going to be. Modify, well, instead of taking leisure on the weekends, I'm going to work on Saturdays. I am going to do follow-ups on Sunday. I might go to bed later. I might wake up earlier. I might take my lunch break on Wednesdays and work, things like that. Relevant, I don't like my job. I miss spending time with my family. I want to do something better with my time. I want to enjoy my time more. Buddy, what's happening? So time bound. Oh, baby, do you want to see? Were you comfy? I'm comfy. So time bound would be, so my deadline is December 31st. What can I do now? I can start my inventory of products. I can start recruiting people. I can start promoting myself. I can start promoting my business, my products. And then your midterm goals would be part of your time bound. So at the end, instead of just saying, I want to reach gold rank, I want to say, I want to reach gold rank so I can have X amount of money. Gold rank in Vida Divina, it's at least $1,700 a month. That's just the minimum. Just for that, not including the other bonuses, just for the binary. Excuse me a second. Vida Divina is $1,700 a month minimum for gold rank. So you're looking at, let's say you get paid $1,500 in your current job a month, then now you know that you need to reach gold rank to be able to stay better than when you were, because you always want to strive to be better. You don't want to just stay at what you were at or less. I mean, you can make it work, but that's not the idea. The idea is for you to be better each and every single time. So your goal, your SMART goal is going to be, I want to be gold ranked so I can have enough money so I can resign before December 31st, and so all your other details. They're going to keep you in check so you can reach your goals. So lastly, I just want to ask you, what are your goals? How do you think that the SMART goal questions are going to help you and keep you accountable for reaching your goals? So if you have any thoughts, share them in the comments below for the Facebook Live, and soon we're going to be opening the mics real soon. And I want to thank you for joining us, joining me, well, us, in this presentation. I appreciate you tuning in and taking the time to watch this. If you want more info about SMART goals, be sure to look it up online. I also have a questionnaire that's going to help you that I'm going to be posting online. Wherever you share this video there's going to be a link to the document so you can actually start working on your SMART goals right now. And I apologize for the baby and the noise and all that stuff. So thank you so much. Yes.